implants out there. We're looking at number 3, but I'm going to talk a little bit about these other implants that are here too. These are Hyacinth implants, and the bone looks great. I'm not sure when they were done, maybe 5 years ago. So we're looking at a case coming in from somewhere else, but looking at what was done, these short fat implants or an implant up in the same situation as the number 3 up in number 14, just hugging the sinus here, looking at possibly a little angulation, but no big deal. The bone height is still really, really good, high quality implant, holding onto that bone in a particular mouth that seems to be really pretty hard on things. He's got some tori building up, but you can see the wear and tear on his teeth as well as poor oral hygiene. He's got some bone loss around. You can see some calculus right here on this lateral, and he's starting to exhibit possibly some horizontal bone loss from the oral hygiene issues that he's starting with. So let's evaluate number 3 first, and then we're going to look at the other ones. But let's look at our treatment assessment profile. He's pretty good on bone density. That looks great. He gets a yellow on facial bone and bone constriction. He's pretty good too. That's a light green. He gets into a yellow a little bit with the sinus, only looking at how the sinus was affected somewhere else on the number 14. Bone characteristics and ridge height look great, and the chew pattern and the failing front teeth are where he's getting the yellows from me. So let's look a little closer at the CT, and in particular over here we're going to look at number 3, and let's look at it from the slice view here. As I go through, the question always is, here we got a failing tooth, would you do a root canal? Well, it looks like he had a root canal done. You just don't see the fill anymore. So I would never recommend having another one. I would recommend him grafting here. It looks like there's a fenestration here on the mesial, or that's actually the distal facial root or distal buccal root, and he's getting close to it here on the palatal side as well, right here. So you want to extract this, you want to do root by root, and you want to clear out the tissue and do a traditional socket graft. Now, once that's healed, I think we're going to have some pretty predictable results. He's got a lot of heavy bone, a lot of quality bone, and so he's gonna basically maintain this bone height. So that's really good. And on number 14, we actually see that he's maintained the bone height pretty well as well. It looks like it's a little more narrow, and this implant's a little bit angled, but that seems to be okay. See, the width is a lot shorter, but he's got tricky scenario. But what I like about this is that it is hugging right into the base of the sinus. This implant is strong. Both of these implants are very strong. Look at that bone. This is very well healed. It may be just coming off the top thread there now, but very well placed above the nerve. Very nice width, very good compressive loads on both. A little bit of an angulation. I would like to see that a little bit straighter, possibly more this way, but I get how it ends up that way, especially on number 14. You tend to have a little bit of an angulation problem, but that would be a little bit more ideal of a placement, but otherwise very good. That shouldn't be a problem. And going back to our number 3, we should expect something very similar in terms of height or height of the bone to the sinus, and how that's actually going to turn out. So you would probably do a 10 by 5 implant here, which would be perfectly fine. This implant could have been a little longer on the bottom. So let's also look at that here. So let's look at these two here. Now that could have been a little bit longer. We have room there, and that means that this could have definitely have been longer for sure. So both of these look like the person placing them possibly was a little gun shy, or basically probably didn't have a lot of maybe expertise and was a little gun shy. I could see that for sure. Nobody. Yeah, let me just see what the length is here. So what would have been more ideal? Possibly, yeah, you got 10 millimeters here. Yeah, it would have probably been a little bit better to go a little bit further. This implant is probably a 7, I'm guessing. Let's see, it goes right to there. That's what I like about the Hyasin implant. It has this platform switching built in. So this is a 7, probably a 6x7. Let's see. Yeah, so this is a 6x7. I would have at least gone to an 8, and I wouldn't have probably gone to a 10. I think the best you could have done was probably an 8 here. So you're about as short as it might look. Okay, I guess you're only going to get another millimeter length out of that. Could have been buried a little bit more as well, obviously, or I'm not really sure if the bone has receded back. I don't know the case from the start. So given that both of them are very similarly placed, it's hard to say, do we have a little bone recession here or not? This is great. It looks like identical over here. It looks even a little longer here, and it looks like the same implants here. So the reason why I call this one more and more dentistry is because this patient has pretty much it all. You know, he's got crowns, he's got fillings, he's got root canals, he's got implants, he's got perio, he's got a grinding habit, he's going to be chipping his front teeth, he's got it all. So this patient in your practice is also investing in his mouth at one tooth at a time. So this guy is definitely going to see more dentistry. He's got fillings here, root canal treated teeth here. Those are all going to fail. So that's all great for your practice. He's got wisdom teeth. He's probably going to have problems on his second molar, etc., etc. So he's got more and more dentistry in his life than he actually realizes. He will probably go his entire life doing fixing, maintenance, and a lot of care that he's going to have to be putting into his teeth. Luckily, his roots look pretty long. Most everything looks pretty healthy. He definitely needs to keep the 3 2s going, which is brush twice a day, floss twice a day, see a dentist twice a year. So that's it for this exercise here on this case study. Thanks for joining. Like us on Facebook, subscribe to us on YouTube, and leave a comment if you have one. If not, join us on our live broadcast when you see that those are available. Check our websites regularly, and we'll see you soon.